Welcome back. Today is pretty special for me because I'm celebrating 1 year on YouTube with this channel. So September of last year was when I first uploaded a video on Yachty Angel Art, and technically it was on September 5th, which makes me about a week late. But I still wanted to celebrate with you guys and just take a moment to thank everyone who's been there from the beginning. I really appreciate all of your support. This has been so much fun for me to do. And anyone who's joined us recently, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And I hope you'll like and subscribe if you have a good time with me. So to celebrate, I thought that it would be really fun to recreate the first two pieces that I did in my first video. And if you haven't seen that video, I will link to it in the description box below. But these are the pieces. And I thought it would be really cool to see how I might have improved in my watercolor techniques and such. So let's get into it. Here are some sketches that I put together. I decided that I wanted to do a little bit of a study for these flowers and try and practice a few ideas for how I'm going to approach each flower before I actually go through and do the whole piece all together. I've noticed one of the key differences in my watercolor painting process, especially when I'm trying to do something a little more official like this. I actually take the time now to do a bit of a study and swatch my colors and make sure that everything looks cohesive and more of a practice piece before I go and jump into the official piece. Something else that I think I'm doing a little bit differently is being a little more careful with the layers that I put down. I think before I just picked up a bunch of thick color and just went right in, and now I'm trying my best to show the paper through in certain layers and kind of let the colors be a little more transparent. I remember being so stressed in my first video about painting the hydrangea. I just couldn't quite understand how I would be mixing all these different layers of color in a way that was like cohesive and made sense and looked good. And now I think I was able to understand it a little better and build my plan mentally a lot easier this time around. So that kind of makes me a little bit happy, like, oh, I really am improving. I really am learning. Okay, so I'm going to call this study finished. I think it was really helpful. I learned a lot from doing this. Some things I already know, but it's a good idea to be reminded of, like being patient when things dry so that color doesn't like seep through in places you don't want it. Doing this really also helps me build a bit more confidence so that when I go into the original piece, I don't have this overwhelming fear of messing it up. So I quickly made a sketch on my iPad, pretty similar to what I did in the first video. And this is my finished sketch. Trying my best to leave as much white space as possible, especially since this is just the first layer. This will give me a lot more freedom later. Just trying to carefully paint around these lines I've designated so I can leave that white on the page. All right, I'm finished. I am so psyched about the way this piece came out. It feels like I improved on a lot of things that I had wished I could have done when I first did my very first video with you guys. I do feel like maybe I overworked the sunflower a little bit, but I still love it. Everything has a very like soft and delicate look to it, very watercolor style like, which I am obsessed with, especially when it comes to like painting watercolor flowers. I love this piece. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me paint it. And thank you so much for staying with me and celebrating with me. And here's to many more years to YouTube. I will talk to you guys next week. Bye!